Good morning, class. My name is Carly Clark, and for this environmental health discussion post, I will be doing my topic on the Minamata disease, mercury poisoning in Japan. And this occurred in the 1950s and 1960s. So, Minamata disease, according to Harada 2008, Minamata disease is a methylmercury poisoning that occurred in humans who ingested fish and shellfish contaminated by methylmercury discharged in wastewater from a chemical plant. So, in our book currently, the chapters that we've already read, we have learned about methylmercury and how it is consumed by humans from it getting in the water and being located in fish. So, in the atmosphere, elemental mercury remain in the air for some time, but it eventually settles out or is deposited with snow or rain. So, it's in the air once it's released from that chemical plant, and after that, it is dissipated from either rain or snow. And once it rains or snows, the mercury then reaches the earth, typically in lakes, oceans, or rivers. And after it reaches these bodies of water, the algae bacteria converts the mercury to a different form. And that form is a compound called methylmercury. And that's what we have learned about. So, algae in these bodies of water uptake the methylmercury, which different fish eat. And then, of course, fishermen will fish for these fish, not knowing that they are poisoned with the methylmercury, and then humans eat it, and then that's how it affects humans. So, the history on Minamata disease. So, according to Maxwell 2014, in the 1960s in Minamata Bay, Japan, a local chemical company was using mercury as a catalyst in the manufacture of acetaldehyde. The workers were unaware that the process converted mercury into methylmercury, which is being released into the Minamata Bay, resulting in high levels of methylmercury in the sediments of the bay and residents who consumed the fish regularly. So these residents were unfortunately being poisoned by the fish that they were eating because it contained methylmercury. Um, and the exposure as an adult can cause sensory and motor impairments, but fetal and childhood exposures have much more damaging effects. And because methylmercury is lipid soluble, which means it dissolves easily in fat, it readily crosses the blood-brain barrier and accumulates in the brain. So, methylmercury in the brain causes lysis of cells, which is the dying of cells of the central nervous system, resulting in irreversible permanent damages of the cells. So, methylmercury poisoning in humans, it unfortunately is like a central nervous system disease, and that's basically what it attacks. So, extremely harmful. So, human health effects of Minamata disease, numbness of the limbs, inability to speak and eat, difficulty coordinating movement of hands and feet, slurred and unclear speech, narrowing of the field of vision, hearing impairment, tremors, uncontrolled eye movement. So, as we can see, all of this starts to affect your functions of what your body does. So, the environmental effects of the Minamata disease, of course, if the chemical plant is releasing the mercury, it's causing air pollution, which can also obviously cause water pollution from if emptying into the Minamata Bay. So the environmental effects of the Minamata disease specifically is air pollution, water pollution created from those chemical companies in that town in Japan. Also, an environmental effect is the fish contamination of the methylmercury, and this is affecting the food chain. So not only are these fish getting contaminated, but other fish that eat other fish or eat these fish that are poisoned with the methyl mercury, they're also being affected from Minamata disease, and it's causing the fish to die off. And harm to freshwater, ocean water, and river water ecosystem from poison of the methyl mercury. So not only is it harming the water, it's also harming the things inside of the water. So that's another environmental effect. And here are my references from where I got all of my information from. I hope you learned from this Minamata disease presentation, and thank you for watching.